stream's not starting yet, but Peter Alonso just put a home run, so I just wanted to let you know that. They're racing live. Still don't have an actual intro for these live streams. Let's turn them on. An actual intro for these live streams. Hey, it's me, Tommy Bear Racing Vlogs. I forgot the background music. Oh my god, I am so good at this. Oh man. Hey, there we go. Can you hear that? Bear Racing Live. How we doing, everybody? Welcome back. The official Super DIRTcar Series season. These don't fit quite right. The official Super DIRTcar season has gotten underway, which means big block modified racing action is fully back for the 2025 season now. I was at the race. Video should come out tomorrow. I just need to put the timestamps on the videos. But man, it was a beautiful day. Lot of people there at the track. It was awesome to see. Love being a part of a big crowd. I don't care if it makes the bathroom lines long, if it makes the food line long. It's always fun being at a racetrack with a large crowd, and Super DIRTcar Series continues to show everybody in the racing world just why they are the premier modified racing series in the country. Just the presentation, the talent in the field, the racing action. Even though it was kind of like a one-lane track, there were still people running side by side. What's up, Zaruto? I think that's how you pronounce it. I remember you, man. Welcome back. It was a lot of good racing in the mid-pack. I don't know if Dirt Vision did a good job showing that or not. I think I read somewhere online that Dirt Vision was actually having some issues with their broadcast. Hopefully that didn't ruin the race experience for everyone watching at home too bad, but the race in person was great. Yeah, Zaruto, yeah. It was great. It was fun to be there. A lot of people were tailgating and enjoying the 80-degree weather before the race. Before the gates opened for the track. Guys, let me know if the microphone is a little too loud. I think it's peaking a little higher than normal. If I have to turn it down, as always, just let me know. But yeah, it was a great day. It was beautiful, and then the sunset, and I mentioned it in the video, but you could feel someone flip a light switch, and the temperature outside dropped 15 degrees instantaneously. It was the craziest weather event I've ever experienced in my life, because it was, I'm not exaggerating, it was an instant of, oh, it's cold now, and then I'm on the top row, I'm looking down at all the people sitting in the stands in front of me and the sections around me, every single person put their sweatshirt on at the same exact time. It was hilarious to watch. I didn't get that part on camera, but it was fun. Yeah, so video dropping tomorrow on that one. Like I said, I just need to put the timestamps on, but it is already uploaded and processed on YouTube and everything, so it'll come out tomorrow. Anything else I want to mention in the opener? I don't think so. New Egypt Speedway is still a good track to go visit. They still allow overnight camping for free and everything. Weekly race tickets, you know, I don't want to say are expensive, but they're, well, I don't want to say they're cheap. How do I say this? They're an average ticket price for a weekly race show, but the average is very low if you're looking for entertainment value, dollar value, for in-person events. Man, I feel like I botched that. Hopefully you know what I mean. I have some Bridgeport Speedway videos on my channel. I will check that out after the stream. Zaruto. Eastern Railway Productions. Yes. Midweek Modifieds, baby. I got a dragon fruit sour to moisten the voice pipes for today's stream, and that is an aggressive sour beer. Holy crap. Wow. Alright. Let's oh, actually, you can kind of see my cat just off camera sleeping on my bed. As always, if she does something cute, we will all stop and watch her. And, yeah, she's passed out right now. Hey, we got some news. Let me, oh, what's going on here? There we go. Kicking things off this week with a historical moment in our sport. Last Saturday, Stuart Friesen picked up his 38th career Super DIRTcar Series win. That's not the big news. The big news is where he sits in all-time wins. He currently sits 5th in all-time series wins, 21 wins behind Danny Johnson, but the historical part of his win in New Jersey is that it moves him into 6th all-time for points-paying races only, moving him past Barefoot Bob McCready, Club Wago, Jamie, how do I pronounce your last name? I know you pop in these streams every once in a while. Oh man. Was it White Neck? That's not right. Club Wago. Weak Neck. He made that tweet initially and brought that out to everyone's attention. Hey, let's start freezing. Sure is. He moves, 6th all-time for points-paying Super DIRTcar Series wins. That's going all the way back to, what is that, 52 years ago now? Jumping past Bob McCready. I tried to find, on Race Stats Central, the win column for points-paying races only and not series wins. So that, of course, doesn't include the early rounds of Super Dirt Week. That doesn't include DIRTcar Nationals, World Finals when that wasn't a points-paying race, stuff like that. But really cool accomplishment. Still definitely one of the top 3 modified drivers in the country right now. We can go into the Bear rankings later. But big accomplishment, fan favorite. Seems like a nice guy, does a lot of charity work for autism with his son and stuff like that. So congratulations, Stuart Friesen. Up next, do this one. The dirt racing thing I mainly follow are sprint cars and modifieds. I try to keep my channel completely diverse in terms of racing. Like, I try to do sprint car stuff. I did high limit stuff. I do the Empire Super Sprints last year. I did the All-Star Circuit of Champions, the first race, but I also do like pavement stuff on my channel. The thing is, I grew up around big block modifieds, and I know a lot more about big block modifieds, which is why this show kind of works. And it's not just it's not like Dirt Tracker or This Week in Northeast Racing, because I don't know a lot of stuff about the sprint car scene or the late model scene or the asphalt scene in the Northeast, although I do visit those races. News for you, Zaruto specifically. This just came out like a half hour ago. Jacob Allen announced he's going to step away from his racing career and just be behind the scenes and turning wrenches on stuff. I didn't include that here. Obviously, this is Midweek Modifieds. But that was kind of something shocking I saw right before I went live. The Short Track Super Series kicked off modified racing here in the Northeast a few weeks ago at Port Royal and followed it up the following week at Bridgeport. Could have written that sentence better. The series is off for the next month, the month of April, as we wait for more consistent weather to come. Meaning their next race is the annual Battle of the Bull Ring at Accord Speedway. The series announced earlier this week that the event will also honor the accomplishments of the Ricky family in racing. Rich Ricky Jr. holds 123 wins over 31 seasons, while family members Allison, Ricky Sr., and Ricky III continue to race in 2025. More details about this race are going to come in the future. If you are a Accord Speedway visitor, or you are from the Hudson Valley region and a race fan, or you've just even seen my videos on Orange County and Accord, nope, that is not an April Fool's joke. It is completely serious, because today is April 2nd and the news came out. Ricky family, a fan favorite, Allison, actually started the year off really hot before having to step away due to being pregnant. Kind of a good call there. But yeah, definitely a fan favorite racing family down in my neck of the woods, so it's really cool to see the STSS honor that family of racing for the Battle of the Bull Ring, Tuesday, May 6th. I try not to, spoil the races I'm going to be at. I'm going to be at this one, obviously, so feel free to come say hi. Tickets last year I think were like $18 for general admission, free parking. So come support my local bull ring if you get the chance. I know it's a weekday show, but Accord's a good track. Owners love the place, fans love the place, and it's cool to have an honor. Mandy is pregnant. That is true. It's cool to have this race honor a prominent family name in the region. Mandy is pregnant, I think. If you don't know, Mandy is the wife of Mike Mahaney, Smooth Shoe, my man's Pots and Pans. Mandy runs the Dirt Track Untold YouTube channel, which follows the 35 team of Mahaney and a little bit of Billy Pouch Jr.'s racing career, behind the scenes stuff. The due date for them is in August, so Mahaney can focus on racing just a little bit longer before he has to try to turn his attention to Mandy. We got one more thing of news. Not a whole lot of news this week because racing season's about to start. We all have our our opening nights at our local tracks, so that's really just about it. But for me, you may have noticed that my channel has reached 467 subscribers. That is the size of a big block modified engine. To celebrate, I'm going to host a special live stream on Sunday, April 13th, to say thank you to everyone who tunes in to this silly little fan-made channel. I will have more information on this live stream in next week's midweek modified stream. I just need to finish getting everything in place. For the most part, it's just going to be like a watch-along of some classic races from the old Dirt series, old Eastern States races, some old Super DIRTcar Series, Super Dirt Week races, things like that. The Rangers continue to disappoint me on my TV behind me. Yeah, it's going to be something to do. I have an off week in terms of track chasing, so I figured that'd be a good one to do things with, and I'm excited. Thank you guys for 467. I always said, this channel's a blast. I love track chasing. I love making the videos, and if people want to watch them, that's just a bonus on top of everything. And thank you guys for tuning into the chat and stuff like that. 732 subscribers. I'm catching up to you, man. I'm gonna get you. It might take a while, but I'm gonna get you. You watch your back. Oh, these New York Rangers, man. Right. What do we want to go into next? I think the easiest way to do it is let's get into the bear rankings. We'll do the cross flags question, do the watch-alongs, and then we'll call it a stream. Still not a lot of racing action, obviously, this early in the season, so we still have a bit of a shorter stream than what's probably going to be in mid-July, mid-August, things like that. So if you don't know, hold on. This is a violent sour. It's literally a liquid Sour Patch Kid. If you don't know, if you're watching the stream for the first time or watching the replay, I have developed a ranking system that is able to... I just noticed, why is there a scroll bar on the chat underneath me? What is that right there? How did I get that? I've never seen that before. I've developed a ranking system to rank the drivers of the Northeast modified racing scene based on how they perform and who they race against. I call it the Bear because it's the best earned average rating. Average is the key word here because it doesn't go on a race-by-race basis, but it is on a week-by-week basis. This way, guys who only run Fridays or Saturdays one night a week are not automatically behind the 8 ball of someone who runs 4 races a week, like a Felix Waugh or a Matt Shepard or someone who just follows a tour. So first on the screen right now was the race that happened on Friday at Georgetown. You can see Ryan Go Down was the winner, and you can see all of the points and changes based on how those drivers finished. 15 drivers entered, so there's a lot of blank right here. If they haven't started, or if this is their first race of the year, they default with 1,000 as a rating. This way, you could actually lose points. Not much else to say. A lot of good drivers in the southern region of the Northeast region. Go Down, Yankowski, Krachin, Massini, Pouch Jr. The Watsons, H.J. Bunting. It was a really strong field actually for only being a 15-car field. Not much else to say about that one. It was live streamed on Diamond State Digital, which they did not post highlights for, but you can watch the race replay on their website. What do we got next? I love this background music, man. Let's do Bridgeport next before we do the Super DIRTcar Series. Bridgeport had their season opener for their weekly modified program, and why does it start at like 10th in the scroll? I don't know. 24 cars showed up. Dylan Stoyer picked up his second win of the year. I just totally lost my train of thought. Stoyer picked up his second win of the year and is actually shockingly in the top 5 when we go through the top 40 list. But all of the regulars that participate weekly at Bridgeport are here. Anyone who might have cherry-picked this race was definitely at New Egypt instead. Not much else to say about this one, really. we are going to watch this this race, the highlights package of this race. Dirt Track Digest is still doing Bridgeport weekly races, and they still post highlights of, highlights of their modified feature on their YouTube channel. So we'll see how this race plays out. Won't go into too much detail here. And then, of course, we have the New Egypt race with the Super DIRTcar Series. Was it 37 cars entered? So a lot more changing ranking compared to the others. And if the driver does not qualify for a future event, I still put them here based on where they finished in their consi. That's not something a Race Stats Central does or any other modified ranking format that I've seen online does that. A lot of the times if they don't make the feature, they don't even count as showing up, so they don't get their rating affected. But you know, here, if you don't qualify for a race, I think that says more than if you just finished 13th. So here you go. Then when you average that all together, what you have is, oops, why do I keep clicking the wrong thing? What you have is the overall rankings. Oh, why is that a different size? I don't know. Here we go. So here is the top 40 in rankings, as well as if they jumped places in the rankings. New means this is their first time inside the top 40, so I didn't have them set aside for anything. Payne, Friesen, Shepard. Still really surprised to see Alex Payne holding the #1 position, but when you look at how he's raced this entire year so far, you can't really deny it. Same with Stoyer in the top 5. Anyone else that kind of surprised me? Tim Sears Jr. jumped up a lot. He's still a very good driver. He just hasn't been racing that much this year, which is why you've seen a lot of shuffling around. This is still very, very early in the points system, so everyone starts out close together, and small changes make a huge difference. Just like the old Winston Cup format, points formats, where the first couple of weeks you can't really look at too closely because everything is going to change around dramatically from week to week. Yeah. If you have a favorite driver that has raced and they don't appear on the top 40, feel free to drop a comment or chat, and just or on Facebook, Twitter, if you want, just ask like, hey, where is this driver right now sitting in points? I'm more than happy to tell you and who's around him and what that top 40 is. Just, I don't want to say arbitrary, but if you're going to have a feature race and you're going to have 40 cars show up, these are the 40 you want to, the 40 cars you want to see try to qualify. And I remember towards the end of last year, I got close to like 300 drivers or something logged, and I only did it from like August onwards. So we're gonna get a lot of names on this list soon. And because weekly racing has started, I'm going to also track which track has. Whoa, where is? Uh-oh. Hello? Where's the? Are we back now? Hello? 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 I think I'm back. Wow, okay. Let me drop a chat real quick. Wow, that's annoying. Okay. That's new. Holy moly. I never have internet issues unless I'm streaming, so I don't know if it's like my computer is doing too much, but I have a pretty good computer too, so I don't know, man. Where am I? Okay, how do I... Why? Okay, I don't know why... I can't get this one on the screen. Where is... Let me try this. Okay, why is it 9,000 pixels? There we go. Alright, okay. There's the Bridgeport one. But if I do this one... It does that for some reason? Hold on. Oh, man. Okay, so why is... What if I do that? Okay, what is going on, dude? Oh. Oh, is that it? There we go. And then the background music stops. Oh my god. We are a mess today, boys. There we go. Hey, so we have the bear rankings. That was annoying. So we have the bear rankings. So for the weekly races that these tracks put on, I will kind of rank them just to kind of see which track has the toughest roster on their weekly show program. We hear a lot about Albany Saratoga. Felix Waz says it's such a high intensity field that he's switched his Friday programs to go run there instead. Same with Corey Cormier. He's going to run New Egypt this year just because he wants to compare himself to more better talent. So I have this ranking. Let's see what tracks actually have a strong weekly roster. So the left one is how the tracks did for this particular week. The right box is for which one or which race had their highest of the entire season. Obviously this is the first week for both of these tracks, and obviously these are the first two tracks that have their weekly program up and running, so there we go. Gonna be excited to see how this list evolves throughout the year, and maybe we'll get a surprise. Maybe, I don't know, let me think of a track. Maybe like Outlaw Speedway actually has like the toughest pound for pound roster, and no one knows it. Wow, that was a mess. Hey, live stream's back. Oh man. Let's watch some racing, yeah? Let me kill that. Let me switch over to this screen. Oop. Let me take a swig of that. Ooh. Alright. So two highlights on deck. Did Rangers just get scored on? Yep, sure looks like they did. Two highlights on deck, the weekly race at Bridgeport and the Super DIRTcar Series race. Let's see how Bridgeport was. Hey, you don't sponsor me. As always, if the audio is too loud or too quiet, either me or the race, please let me know. There we go. Bridgeport Motorsports Park. Ah, Tim Pitts is back in the booth at the track. You'll love to hear it. No relation, yep. Ooh, someone's off the pace.
One car losing a handle and heading the wrong way.
I'm gonna turn it up a hair. Let me also, no, yeah. Alright. Yeah. How's that? I love Tim Pitts, man. I know some people don't like him, don't like his voice, but he's just, I think he's the best. Ah, Cozy grenading an engine. That's brutal. That's brutal. First race of the year. Stoyer.
Dylan Stoyer. Meeting the sandwich down the back straightaway, and a pastrami move up into slot number 2 right now, and Stoyer got the periscope up. And that time, Dylan Stoyer comes up along.
Stoyer's so fun to watch, man.
Wheel to wheel, they drag race on a turn number 4.
That is a family car. He owns that car.
Rusty Smith.
I don't know how he's moving forward. Stoyer, family car out of Long Island. Definitely not someone you would expect to have a big block modified, but a lot of talent behind the wheel. And I think if he gets into like an HBR car, a Huntington car, a Salerno-owned car, you know, some of the big names, some of the big teams, he can make waves on the tour, man. He has genuine talent. Port Royal was not the first time Stoyer actually won a race on my channel. He just kind of goes under the radar just because he doesn't compete on a lot of big shows because of where he's located. It's a family car and the budget. He's racing within his budget. If you don't want spoilers, by the way, don't look at the bottom line. I updated it, obviously, with the winners from the last week and is no longer displaying the track champions from 2024.
There they are on a turn number 4 this time. Osmond 3rd, Pouch Jr. 4th, March Jr. is 5th. All right, here we go. Back to green flag racing action. It is gonna be
the track looks greasy. Stoyer gets him. Laubach trying, not enough to get there. They both slide out. That is greasy track.
Laubach, oh, he mad now as he goes to work on the Stoyer high rod. Might not work because Stoyer is waving bye-bye.
Osmond falling backwards in the 81 car.
Up to the number 3 spot, and here comes Billy Pouch Jr. Bunting running in slot number 3. Pouch Jr. fights with Osmond in 3rd. For the
Pouch in the 1 car, no longer running the pony car for this year.
From back there in spot number 6 in the 0 mount.
I think that movie should be coming out soon, right? They filmed a movie based on big block modified racing at Bridgeport Speedway. If you don't know, Billy Pouch was running the car of the main character the entire year for B-roll, I guess.
Rick Laubach is 2nd. Bunting is 3rd.
Thrilling Dylan Stoyer.
He can hear you now as he climbs from the office.
Pouch does have 2 cars.
Number 6 speed car. Dylan Stoyer with checkered flag in hand.
I gotta get a Dylan Stoyer t-shirt. I gotta get a lot of t-shirts. I picked up a Ryan Go Down one at New Egypt, so I now have purchased 2 this year. Tanner Van Dorn was the first one I got right there in the 27. Alright, Super DIRTcar Series at New Egypt. Like I said, I was there Saturday. Videos coming out tomorrow. I have to get more Pouch, absolutely. Super DIRTcar Series seems to normally be pretty good with allowing copyrighted material and reacting and stuff, a lot more than Flow Racing normally does. So hopefully we shouldn't have too many issues with flagging from YouTube system, but if we do, hopefully I could stop it in time. What state are you from? I am from the New York Empire State. I'm in the Putnam County area, so if you know Danbury, Connecticut, it's kind of there just in the New York side of the border. My home track, Orange County Fair Speedway, is a short 1-hour drive.
in turn number 3. He'll chase after Money Matt. Down the front, 2x2.
Felix Watt, Tanner Van Dorn battling for third. A couple names you probably wouldn't expect to run in the top 5, but they both had very good heat races. And I really hope Felix Watt kind of turns up the wick, because he is a great personality. I've heard interviews from him. I've seen him on stage at the Outlaw World Finals. Good old boy from Quebec is really the only thing you need to know. Stewie passes for the lead here. Gets by Williamson. Williamson looks like he had some car issues in the middle part of the race, because here he's like struggling to stay in the top 4. It was actually the top 5 a little bit later on, but then he kind of came back to life towards the end. Towards the end of the race. I want to take a replay of that, because I couldn't see this from where I was sitting. It was kind of hard to see the turn 4 section of the track from where I was. Normally turn 1 up top, of course. But it looked like Logan Watt just kind of got into him. I want to take a closer look at this. It's a racing incident. Van Dorn kind of had to get on the brakes to avoid getting into Williamson here. Can you see my mouse, by the way? I don't know. To avoid getting into Williamson. And then just, Logan Watt wasn't expecting that. Got into the back of him. That's a racing deal. You hate to see it. Tanner Van Dorn, youngest sportsman champion in Orange County Speedway history. Does watch this channel. Hey, Tanner, how you doing now? Logan Watt's like a rookie in big blocks this year, right? He ran Sportsman last year, or am I confusing that with Stengel? I don't know, but yeah, two young guys battling in the top 5. That's a racing deal. Hopefully Tanner isn't too upset with Watt, and hopefully Watt at least sent like an apology or something to him. But yeah, that ruined a really good race for Tanner there. Like an hour and a half from Egypt, and I live 45 from Bridgeport. Yeah, so we're kind of in like the same boat. I'm at an hour and a half from Accord and an hour to Orange County. Hour and a half to Lebanon. Hour 40 to Albany, Saratoga. 2 hours to Albany, Saratoga. I'm used to track chasing and driving long distances, I guess is what I'm trying to say there. Kid Rocket gets underneath Money Matt. I expect another great season from Alex Jankowski this year. STSS South champion, Fonda champion, and already picked up the Big Gator championship down at Volusia earlier this year. I think he's still like, what, 19 years old? It's crazy, man.
Williamson makes him work down into 3 and 4 as they'll bring him off a turn number 3 and 4. Watt on the inside, Williamson on the outside. At the line, Money Matt's got the spot. Williamson may have found another.
This is what I mean, like towards the end of the race, Williamson kind of pick it back up again. And then I think it was just a couple late race restarts, he kind of fell back. But man, I am so impressed with Logan Watt and putting up such a good performance against. I mean, look at this field, man. Like these are some big names he's running with. Logan Watt might have to be a name to watch in the future. Towards the end, it definitely looked like Jankowski had a little bit better car than Friesen. I don't know if Friesen was just kind of backing off because it was, the end of the race, but I think if this was a 100-lap race, especially looking at the lap traffic battling in front of Friesen, Jankowski could have maybe made it a much more interesting race at the end than it was. But 75-lap race, and there you go. Stewie picks up a win. And like I said earlier in the stream, that puts him 6th all-time for points-paying wins in the Super DIRTcar Series all-time statistical records. Rangers are still losing to Minnesota. Thank you Dirt Vision
Looked like his tire
for
was heating
posting
up, and
the
ours were
winner
just coming to
interview.
life,
I
and,
still,
we were able to slide by,
I
and
think
then
it's silly.
after that,
Not
it kinda
everyone
locked down
does.
around the bottom, and, we were able to
Because if
protect.
you're trying to get into the
So,
sport and you're
thanks, my
watching the
little buddy, that
highlights,
drew number 2, that was a good omen for us.
this
and,
is a great
we were
way
able
to
go on cruise control
maybe
race.
pick
Yeah,
a
I saw
favorite
the
driver.
scorecard, and I'm like, all right, Prego must be coming. And then, man, I'll tell you what, Logan's been doing a good job. We've seen him the last couple of weeks, you know, traveling around, and since he's moved up to the modified, he's doing a really, really good job. So, proud of him, and you know, it's a good racing family, and cool to see the young guys run really good.
You guys have had a lot of speed all year in this 44.
We have. It's you know, early yet, so thanks to Danny Bedell, got this big block done for us last week, and it picked up right where it left off. Big Nell Chassis, all our great product sponsors, Integra Shocks, Draco Springs, FK Rod,
Friesen runs Bicknell Chassis. He runs the Yankowski Performance Engines. I don't know, what is it? S.Y. Morrison, I think, is the actual name of the company. It's what you do with the tools, man. Anyone can go buy a Bicknell and an S.Y. engine and run on these Hoosiers, and they'll pretty much have the same car. Obviously, it's going to be set up different, but that's racing, man. That's why I love the sport. Let me go back real quick to the Bridgeport video, just so I can drop a like. And then, there we go. All right, let's also throw the background music back on. Turn that back down to what it was. Yeah, like I said, only two highlight videos this early in the season. We'll definitely get more as more tracks open up. That's the video playing in the background. Didn't do the cross flag question. Kind of got distracted by the whole internet dying on my end. If you're new to the stream, every week I ask you guys who should be the driver on the thumbnail for next week's live stream. This week I'm going to nominate Dylan Stoyer, who obviously won at Port Royal. Should not say last 2 weeks for Dylan Stoyer. Obviously won at Port Royal and at Bridgeport. Friesen won Bridgeport with the STSS and now New Egypt with the SDS. And Go Down picked up the Georgetown checkered flag on Friday. So feel free to vote in chat just by saying who you think. If you're watching a replay of the stream, you can in the comments say who you think should be on the thumbnail, and then also let me 2 wins in 2025 already. Actually, let me say 2 wins in March. There we go. I was doing this. I also post an actual poll on YouTube, so you can technically vote 3 times if you're watching live. There you go. So feel free to make your voice known, and they'll be on the thumbnail for the next stream. And in the case of Friesen and Go Down, I'll probably also put their shirt up in the background. I want to do that more. I have so many t-shirts, man. That drawer I could barely open, and then half of that drawer is full of racing shirts. Stoyer, man. Sell me a t-shirt, I'll buy it. Yeah. So stream's halfway over. Stream's over. Yeah. What do we got on tap for this week in the world of big block modified racing? And I don't know why that scroll bar is there. That never used to be there. Why? 4 races for Northeast Modified Racing in the Northeast. We have Big Diamond Speedway's weekly opener that you can catch on Dirt Track Digest. Special purse for their opener pays $4,053 to win. Like I said, if you can't make it to the track, Dirt Track Digest has the live stream. I'm not sponsored. Hey, I'm open to sponsorship. Then Saturday you have 3 options for the Beasts of the Northeast, all big block stuff. Grandview is hosting a special big block race They normally run small blocks, which is why this is a special race, but it also does kind of kick off their weekly racing. It's just not for championship points. Same to win money as the Super DIRTcar Series, that race that we just watched, so that's a pretty big deal. New Egypt kicking off their regular season points, the track we just watched. They are also partnered with Dirt Track Digest, and Outlaw Speedway has their... I don't know if this is technically a championship race or if this is a special event race, but big blocks are hitting the track up at Outlaw in Dundee, New York, the Finger Lake region. That's up by Watkins Glen. $4,010 to win there. Grandview Outlaw not streaming, so if you want to watch it, you have to be there in person. I know Outlaw does offer free camping, free overnight camping. If you see my channel, you know I love that. I believe Grandview also has it, but don't take my word for it. I haven't looked too much into it. And starting next week for this screen, the scroll bar down below is not going to say last week's winner. Is going to say the next race for all the tracks that host Big Block Modified Racing. I'm kind of on the fence if I wanted to only be for when modifieds are going to be on track, or if it's just when the track is racing in general. So like if your local modified division has an off week but the track is still having sportsman and street stock and 4 cylinders and whatever, maybe I might still have that on there. I don't know. I'm going to play around with it a little bit this week, and next live stream you will see it. Boys, I think that's all the time I have today. That's a lie. I have plenty of time today, but that's all the content I have to give you today. It's 39 degrees and raining here in central New York. Must be super dirt week, man. It wasn't last year. It was 2023. I showed up to Oswego on Thursday. It was super dry, sunny, gorgeous. My campsite wasn't a giant mud puddle, and I'm like, nice, finally, it's gonna be a good week. And then, if you watch my videos, you know what happened. Can't wait to get back to Oswego, man. I love that week. I definitely got to party in the pits more this year. The issues after racing is done. I kind of just want to go to bed. I'm a working man. I get up early in the days. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking out the stream this week. I have the video tomorrow, like I said, is going to be from New Egypt. I think it goes live at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. tomorrow. Look forward to that. Check out my other videos if you're interested on any of the tracks I visited. New stream again next week is... oh man, did I switch? Oh man, hold on, let me see something here, Where's my background? I did. I messed up the background. Let me do this. There you go. Next stream, next Wednesday, nothing out of the ordinary there. We'll go over those races up there, and we'll also preview the races for the upcoming week, as always. So thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like on the live stream if you liked it. As always, comment if you think I could add or remove anything. And I don't really have a good do you know Mid-Atlantic Sprint Car Series? I do. They might have... There was the Sprint Car Series that ran at Eastern States last year. I don't know if it was the Mass or if it was the News, the New England Wingless Sprint Series. Yeah, I do know a little bit about them. Like I said, though, I'm not super in depth as I am with all those as I am with modified. So, but anyway, like I said, that's all I got for this stream. Like it, subscribe for more. As always, boys, support your local, and